Hello, and welcome to this presentation on professional presence, projecting confidence, competence, and credibility. If you are new to my channel here on YouTube, then welcome. I usually post videos on writing college essays, grammar, and research, particularly in college writing, but I'm beginning to mix things up a little bit and talk about workplace etiquette, and you'll see some how-to videos, so you definitely want to make sure that you subscribe and tell a friend. Professional presence is very important to you as a student, as someone looking for a job, or already in the working world, particularly if you have a service to offer or if you want to build your own business. I know that in our day and time, you can make $1 million by working at home, building an app. But when you are out in the world trying to sell your product or service, you can't always wear t-shirts and flip-flops. No, no, no. So this presentation is good for you, especially if you are a job seeker, you want to move up in your workplace, you want to get a promotion, or you just want to be able to sell yourself for business or for personal development. So let's get started. This presentation provides tips on how to improve your professional presence in the workplace and beyond. Information for this presentation was culled or gathered from the book 5 Steps to Professional Presence by Susan Bixler and Lisa S. Dugan. This is an old book, but you might still be able to find it, and the information is still highly relevant to us today. We'll talk about first impressions, nonverbal cues, and building social savvy. Others assess your self-confidence and overall appearance in about 60 seconds. And did you know that? That's not a whole lot of time. According to a study done by the University of Connecticut, first impressions turn out to be 67% accurate. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. How do you make a good first impression? Let's talk about that. Number 1, make friendly, direct contact, especially if you're in a job interview. Number 2, keep a pleasant expression versus a big grin to remain professional and trustworthy. Don't scare people. Number 3, stand up straight. Good posture takes 10 pounds and 10 years off your appearance. Do you remember this? Blank creates a youthful, slimmer appearance. Is it eye contact, pleasant expression, or good posture? That's right. It is good posture. Let's move on. Effective nonverbal communication. That means what messages you are sending without using words. Initially, your competence and ability are judged based on the following body language characteristics. Your physical presence. Are you slumped over or are you standing up straight? Do you look nervous or are you confident? Your posture. Again, straight shoulders, straight back, and a firm handshake. You always want to project positive energy. No one wants to hire someone who is a Debbie Downer or who lacks confidence or who's always saying something negative. So perk up. Make your nonverbal cues consistent with your words. For example, if you're frowning up and you're saying, "Oh, that was a really good job you did," your frown does not match your positive words. So if you're saying something positive, then your face needs to have a smile. That's what we mean by your nonverbal cues need to match or be consistent with your words. People can see through that. Developing social savvy. So let's say you're working in a big corporation, you want to land a big corporate client, and they always want to do lunch. Right? And if they want to do dinner, then you definitely have to watch out. But when you are out, don't order the same meal as the client. That is creepy. So remember that. Secondly, don't take any medication in front of clients. You think that would be a no-brainer, but please do not pop out your pills in front of clients or potential employers. Be respectful of personal space. Do not sit too close. All right? Do not stand too close. Don't eat and drink at the same time when standing. Let's say you're at a cocktail party or a mixer. They have small plates of appetizers, and they also have glasses of wine or champagne. You're either going to take one or the other as you mingle around the room. So if you're hungry, take the plate of appetizers and walk around the room, right? Or if you're not very hungry, then take the champagne glass or the wine and circulate around the room. But you don't want to eat and drink at the same time. And if you're at a mixer, it's going to be a little bit impossible to hold a plate and a drink and eat and drink at the same time. Okay, you get the point. Don't invite a new date to a company event if you are single. Why? Because you don't know how that person will act or react in front of a diverse group of people. All right. So you don't want to take some untested person to a very important event with you, especially if they turn out to be loud or to have a big personality, and that is not the culture of your company. So be careful of that, single people. Also, don't participate in office gossip. Never, ever, ever. You will never get promoted if people find out you have been participating in the gossip mill. My mother told me years ago, stay out of the teacher's lounge. That's a metaphor. Do not hang around people who are gossiping or talking about others. You have to keep yourself apart from that. All right, hopefully this presentation has been helpful to you, and maybe they've been some good reminders for you. If you want more tips or more information about what I have to offer, go to www.arhampton.com. Thank you so much, and happy learning.